What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Pokemon Tabletop Adventures. Where we last left off, a few of our members ended up getting their first gym badge. And we are ready to continue the story today. I'll just wait a few minutes for players to arrive. In the meantime, sit back and enjoy the music. Hey, Barnabas, welcome in. I gotta roll to see what the weather will be like for today's stream. Come back to me, my dice. Dice. There we go. 5. I think 5 is an overgrowth. I dropped my phone. Yep, so it is an overgrowth. Bushes, crops, and trees will yield greater amounts of harvestable items. Barnabas, you are the first to awaken. Brotherhood had to is going to be busy doing some off-stream jobs to earn money, since he won't be able to join any of our streams due to his occupation. So you have free reign to do whatever, because you're the only one here. GW has joined the party. Hello, GW. Welcome in. I see you now. So when you guys wake up, there is a news broadcast going on that in the city of Daytona, the roads have been blocked off. Team Mind has made blockades at the entrance of the Daytona City. They say until the Malamar is dealt with, they don't want anyone coming to the city for their own safety. Barnabas sees if he can help around the farm. Two things around the farm is checking the food silos and patrolling the farmyard to make sure the wild bird Pokemon don't steal any of the food. Unfortunately, Funtime couldn't join. That's okay. Like I said, there'll be other times. I know I didn't do a stream last week because it was Mother's Day. I had Mother's Day dinner to do and all that stuff. Welcome in, H. Yeah, I'll have him and Brotherhood they're going to do some reconstruction somewhere. As far as the actual nothing, I haven't changed anything on the screen, Barnabas. So we don't have Fun Time today, and we don't have Brotherhood today. I don't know if Butter's going to be here or not. But for those that just showed up, the weather, there's an overgrowth. So there will be berry bushes. Plants and trees are going to be more thick to walk through. And on the news, the city of the Daytona Beach City, they have blocked public access because they don't want anybody getting hurt by the giant Malamar that's still loose in the wild. Barnabas patrols the pastures. 16. You see a wild rookity. Oh, we got a 20, Barnabas. Yeah, everyone's at the farm. Now let's see if this rookity will be shiny. If we get another 20, that's another shiny bird. Nope, just half of it. All right, so it's a jolly rookity. GW UXP farm by doing missions, fighting wild Pokemon, fighting trainers, progressing in the story. Yes, H. So the turn order is Barnabas, GW, and then H, you're after GW. Do you engage the rookity, Barnabas? Saber. I have not heard of Poke Rogue. What is it? Rookity goes first. Rookity's going to use Peck on Saber. Succeeds. It's not very effective. Saber has 10 out of 12 health left. Saber has Tackle, Fury Cutter, and Shadow Sneak. Fury Cutter. All right. Let's see if it hits. Succeeds. It's not very effective because it is a bug type move versus flying, but it still does damage. And if every turn you use Fury Cutter in succession, the dice chosen for the move increases. So if you use Fury Cutter again, you're going to do a D6 instead of a D4. So Rookity gets hit. Rookity uses Peck again. Succeeds. Saber has 8 out of 12 health left. Welcome back, GW. Shadow Sneak. All right, Shadow Sneak does not work. Wait. Yes, it does. Because I think Rookity's just base flying, right? Rookity's base flying, right? It's not a normal flying like the other starter bird, regional birds. Yep, it's just straight flying. All right, I learned something new today because I always thought it was a normal flying. So Shadow Sneak does hit it. Big damage to the Rookity. Rookity's feathers go all over the place and the Rookity falls down, but it is not KO'd. I've never played Metopia either, but I do know what Metopia is. Rookity uses Peck. Critical hit. Saber goes to 4 out of 12 health. Shadow Sneak once more. All right, as long as it's not a 1. All right, the Rookity is KO'd. Saber goes to level 5. What stat do you want to increase on Saber? All right, his physical attack jumps up to 9. GW, it is your turn. Yes, that mountain mission is still in effect. There are two more of those lotus flowers that need to be picked. I need you to be more specific, GW. Like, where do you want to go? Where do you want to look for Pokemon? I'm sorry, Barnabas. Is it storming where you are? Can you think of a reason why your internet is crashing so bad? I need to know where you want to look for the Pokemon. Um, where you want to go to get XP. When you get to the beach, you see a blockade, and members of Team Mind are there. Um, they're saying that they can't let anybody on the beach due to it being unsafe because of the Malamar, nor is anyone allowed in the city itself. Okay, Barnabas. So, yeah, I can see your comments, H. I can see what everyone's writing. Everything looks good on my end. H, you're going to be checking the silos. All right, H, you get to the silos. You don't see anything in the silos. Silos look clear. There's no signs of any Pokemon activity. Oh, excuse me. So if there's nothing else, Barnabas and H are going to the helicopter for the mountains. Okay, GW, we're just gonna move on. So H and Barnabas are going to be teamed up together, and the helicopter takes them to. Yep, no sneaky rats or bugs for once. GW, do you want to join Barnabas and H on the mountain, or are you going to continue to go solo? The beach is blocked off. Team Mine's not letting anyone on the beach. Okay, that is where you will be when it goes back to your turn. You'll be at the forest lake. Barnabas and H will be taking their turn together since they are in a party. The helicopter arrives at the base of the mountain. There are two paths that you can take on the mountain. There's a cave, and then there's a trail that heads higher up the mountain. I'm talking to everyone who's in the chat, GW. Okay, everybody's all teamed up now. Everybody's together. Barnabas, you yourself are level 8. H is also level 8. And GW is level 3. It's okay, GW. You have a strength of Barnabas. Your strength is 2. You have 2 points in strength, 0 in constitution, 2 in dexterity, 4 in wisdom, 3 in intelligence, and 5 in charisma. GW, you have a 3 in strength and then a 2 in everything else. And H, your highest stat is dexterity, sitting at 6. Correct, since you're a tamer. With the Dragon Soul ability. There are plenty of bushes along the mountain path. Let's see which ones you'll find. 3. So right now you just see oran berries, rost berries, and pecha berries. There's a pleasant breeze. The weather is really nice out. You can see several bird Pokemon flying in the sky. None of them are close enough to engage in battle. As you continue up the mountain path, you start to hear the sound of like roaring water, like a waterfall. Yeah, we have half the amount of people that we have had lately in here. It's a good thing and a bad thing as well. It's good because you guys get more turns and get to there's more focus on you guys. It's bad because there's less people there and there is strength in numbers sometimes. So with that being said, who's the main character? I'm just kidding. All right, perception check for Barnabas. 2. You don't see any Pokemon, but you do end up seeing a raging river that goes off the side of the cliff into a waterfall. There is a rope bridge that crosses the river. GW's Hattie's the MVP of all time. So your options are you can cross the mountain river on the rope bridge. There's an alternative path that goes through a forest that's on the mountain that'll eventually take you to the other side of the river. Barnabas votes to do the forest. H also votes to do the forest. So that's 2-1. So the forest you guys will head to. As you get closer to the forest, you see that the trees are almost resembling redwood trees. They're not as big, but they are bigger than the ones in the Rainbow Springs forest. A lot of vines are growing around. Let's roll for more berries. 20. There are so many berries that you can choose to grab 5 berries of any kind that exist in the Pokemon games. You get to choose any combination of 5 berries, shiny berries. You want 5 Pecha berries? Two Pecha, 3 Orin. All right. That puts you at 12 total Orin berries and 3 total Pecha berries. Oh, excuse me. H says 3 citrus and 2 chesto. Even though it's a beautiful day, you don't see any Pokemon in this forest. Five golden raspberries for Barnabas. And H gets the 3 citrus and 2 chesto. As you go through the forest, you notice that the plant life changes a little bit, and you can see and feel frost. You can make out snow because the path keeps heading north, and kind of drips of snow flurries are starting to fall from the sky. It's becoming like a snow coniferous forest. I think that's the proper term. Like a Canadian forest. A little bit up the ways, though, there is a orange shape that is between a couple bushes. The shape is not moving. That would be funny if it's upon me, though. Well, I guess it won't show the ice form. Why not? I'll just click on the card then. How about that? Yeah. By the orange shape is an Alolan Vulpix. It has no nature. I think this card's shiny. Let's choose one that's not shiny. H, you're going to battle the Vulpix. H, you have two Premier Balls, 20 Pokeballs, and 2 Beast Balls. I knew, even though we only have 3 people here, I knew somebody was going to turn that question upside down. All right, who do you have? Who are you sending out against the Vulpix? H, you have Mega, your Mankey, Fart the First, Char, your Shelder that you caught, and the cast form that you caught. Alright. Fart's got Lick, Confuse Ray, Hypnosis, and Mean Look. And he can go first. Lick it. Lick hits. minor damage, no paralysis. Vulpix uses powder snow, and it misses Fart. Fart's turn. Lick it again. Succeeds. And the Vulpix is successfully paralyzed. Vulpix rolls for paralysis. Succeeds and uses Powder Snow. Powder Snow hits. Minor ice damage to Fart. No frost happens. Fart has 12 out of 15 health left. All right, one Premier Ball. Catch rate is 60. 4, 5. Those are good rolls. 14, 12. Even if you get a 20, you still caught it. All right. The Vulpix is successful. The Alolan Vulpix is successfully yours. Rolling to see its gender. It is a boy. Fart goes to level 12. This Vulpix was level 10. Aw, Snowy. That's cute. What if you got a pirate Pokemon and named it Luffy? Like Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece? Fart ended up learning a move. He learns Payback. Payback is a dark move that if the user took damage in the previous turn, Payback's damage will be doubled. What stat do you want to increase on Fart the Second? I mean Fart the First, my bad. Special attack goes to a whopping 11. Haha, Barnabas, that's funny. GW, when you're bored, Metopiamus? Kind of like your go-to game. I assume you're just talking about Metopia. The orange thing is one of the lotus flowers needed that Father Flint needs for his mint um, recipes. All right, you successfully grab it, and that is 2 out of 3 found for the mission. So there's one more left. Yes, you could always return to the place and come and go as you please using Flint's helicopter. You all found it together, GW. Since you're all a party, you will all share the XP and rewards upon completion of the mission. After you pick the lotus out, there are 3 ways you could go. You could turn around. You could go higher up the mountain where it is nothing but snow. And then there's a path that curves around that heads down the mountain. There's less snow, but there are steep cliffs, like some chasms down below. No, access to this mountain will be fully available no matter no matter what happens in the story. The only time this place would not be accessible is if the weather, if something with the weather locks it out for any reason. Like when we had high winds, the helicopter would not have been able to make the trip, so the mountain would not have been accessible during the strong wind weather. Yes, you can, Barnabas. Let's see how Mint does. Mint flies. You can't see. You can't see him anymore. Then he comes back, and he has a worried look on his face. Certainly, GW. Ooh, well, you throw out Hattie, and Hattie sniffs around and then digs a hole through the snow. And then after a couple minutes, Hattie brings an orange lotus from the ground, finding you the third lotus. This Swinub is a god Pokemon. Hattie is the dungeon master, and I'm the NPC. I gotta make some artwork for this. Yeah, exactly. At least everyone knows how to say Hattie. Arceus is like Arceus, Arceus, Arceus. Arcus. Arcu. Arcu. Arceus. Pokemon Legends of Arceus. No problem, H. Arceus. Arceus. Okay, so H is AFK, so he'll just be following with whatever you guys decide. Barnabas wants to head further up the mountain. Yeah, the even though there's snow and it's there's some snowfall happening, it is not as cold as it was in that ice cave where Butter almost died. So it's still comfortable enough to go around. As you travel up the mountain, you see a wild Skarmory. It's a modest nature. All right, GW. You have Tom the Oshawott, you have Hattie the Swinub, and you have Lily the Eevee. This no, you can't see unless you have like a special device or a certain class. You don't get to see those numbers unless you catch the Pokemon or once it's defeated. No Pokemon will ever be more than 5 levels higher than the highest level Pokemon in the party. So, for example, if someone has a level 15 Charmeleon or level 16 Charmeleon. No wild Pokemon will ever be higher than level 21. All right, the Skarmory is faster than both. Skarmory uses Metal Claw on Hattie. Succeeds. It is super effective. Hattie goes from 24 to 16. Hattie has Tackle, Mud Slap, Powder Snow, and Flail. While Ember has Scratch, Growl, Ember, Smokescreen, and Dragon Breath. What's up, GW? There's just one problem. All right, Ember uses Ember. Ember misses. Hattie's turn. No, Swinub is Tackle, Mud Slap, Powder Snow, and Flail. Tackle hits. It's not very effective. Skarmory just ignores the hit, but still takes at least 1 damage. Skarmory uses Fury Attack on Ember. Succeeds. First attack is going to be 3. 3 hits in succession. Will any of them be critical? No. Alright, none of them were critical hits. So Ember goes to 18 out of 26. And then Ember gets to go. Ember succeeds. It's super effective. Chance for burn. No burn. Skarmory looks hurt. Hattie's turn. All right, you have 2 Pokeballs. So using this one, you'll go down to 1. Its catch rate is 45. Ooh, close, but it breaks out. Skarmory uses Fury Attack on Ember. Succeeds. Hits only 2 times. No crits. Ember goes to 14. Ember's turn. Barnabas, you have 4 Pokeballs. Wait. No. 14 Pokeballs. So now you have 13. I need new glasses. I read 4, but it was 14. So now you have 13 left. Catch rate's 45. You need a 2 or less to catch it. Nope, it breaks out the ball. Hattie's turn. All right. Switching to Bananas. Bananas has Scratch, Leer, Ember, and Taunt. GW, it's your turn. Are you using Powder Snow? All right. Powder Snow hits. Regular damage, chance of freeze. The Skarmory does not freeze. Skarmory is going to use Metal Claw on Hattie. Succeeds. Super effective, big damage. Do we get an attack boost? No attack boost. Hattie goes down to 2 health. Bananas' turn. Use a Pokeball. Catch rate's now 50. And we got 54. So it breaks out the ball. You have 12 balls left, Barnabas. Back to you, GW. You got to feed an Oranberry to Hattie. That'll heal her to 12. All right, she is healed to 12. And you have 18 orange berries left. Skarmory uses Metal Claw on Hattie. Succeeds. Minor damage this time. Still super effective. No attack boost to the Skarmory. Hattie goes to 3. Barnabas's turn. Hattie's just down to 3. Metal Claw did minor damage, but it was super effective. Another Pokeball used. 4. That's a good start. 18. Okay. 6. That's good. Ooh, the 19 was not good. You need a 3 or less to catch it. You got the 3. The ball shakes and then makes the boom sound, and the Skarmory has been caught. See its gender. Female. Before I write it down, Barnabas, are you keeping the Skarmory, or did you catch it for GW? All right. Well, it is currently under GW's ownership. Female Skarmory, level 14, modest nature. Hattie goes to level 13. Bananas goes to level 10. Hattie goes to level 13. What stat do you want to increase on Hattie? And Barnabas, what stat do you want to increase on Bananas? Bananas is now level 10. Hattie's physical attack goes to 8. And Bananas' defense goes to 7. As you you start to reach close to the top of the mountain. You don't really see many trees left, but the snow is intensifying to the point where now you guys are starting to get cold. So, do you press forward or do you turn back? If you continue, you will start to. Uh, you'll eventually start taking cold damage if you venture forward. Hattie can keep your head warm, but that's about it. Do you head all the way back, or do you go by the rope bridge? You hear the sound of the rushing river and the waterfall as you get closer to the bridge. The bridge looks sturdy and stable, but it is made of just rope and wood. Do you attempt to cross it? Under the current conditions, pretty much nothing bad will happen unless a 2 or less is rolled on a d20. Barnabas attempts. 16. You go with no problems. The wooden boards moan and creak as you cross them, but they remain stable. GW, do you follow? All right. 15, you have no problems crossing as well. I'm gonna put H is just gonna wait down back by the helicopter. After crossing the bridge, this side of the mountain gets a lot of sunlight. It ends up going into like an open prairie. There's plenty of wildflowers around. You can even see that the river branches off into a lake, and the lake has lily pads and a bunch of palm fronds, and you even see an orange lotus floating in the middle of the lake. Barnabas perception check. 10. All right. There are a variety of Pokemon here. The ones that you immediately see are Combee flying around the wildflowers. Wooper are running in and out of the water at the edge of the pond. And floating in the water, you can make out some wild ducklet. So you see Combee, ducklet, and Wooper. There could be. Once you reach level 20, your legendary awareness would trigger in, and I'd let you know if there's a legendary around the area. Barnabas, your inventory has 11 Pokeballs, 4 potions, 1 nugget, 1 nest ball, 2 handfuls of silk, a fur coat, 5 golden raspberries, and the TMs for Flame Charge and Bulldoze. Ember goes to full health from the potion. So that drops to 3. 3 potions now. Do you want to continue past the pond to see what other areas on this side of the mountain? Or do you engage any of the wild Pokemon I mentioned before? As you move forward, the mountain starts to slope downwards into a canyon. It used to be part of the river, but some rocks from a landslide some time ago have blocked off that part. So it is a dry riverbed. There's no like plants there. It's all rocks, gravel, some shells. And you can see standing on a rock, or I should say sitting on a rock, is a wild meditite meditating. Your perception check reveals there are a bunch of little rocks that have been stacked to um, look like they were for sparring sessions. It looks like a Pokemon has been using them to punch and kick at. Pushing forward. All right. The valley ends into a steep. The mountain climbs back up, but the path ends. So the only way up this side of the mountain is you have to have some sort of climbing gear or a flying Pokemon that could carry you. And there is another orange lotus um, up high that you could see, but you can't reach. Fortunately, Mint is not strong enough or big enough to carry a person. All right. Heading back, that means you have to cross the bridge again. You have no problems crossing the bridge. I got to roll for GW. GW successfully crosses the bridge back as well. Do you head back to the helicopter, or do you go elsewhere on the mountain? Welcome back, H. You didn't miss much. Barnabas and GW found a wild skarmory. They battled it, and Barnabas successfully caught it, and he gave it to GW. They explored the other side of the mountain where the waterfall is. They crossed the rope bridge successfully. On that other side was a mountain prairie with a pond. There were wild combee, whooper, and ducklet. And then further down was an old canyon where there was a metatite meditating, and then they hit a dead end where there was a steep cliff rise, and the only way up that cliff is with climbing gear or some sort of Pokemon to bring you up. We got 30 more minutes before the stream ends. Everyone else heading back with Barnabas. The mission has been completed. The helicopter pilot takes the two remaining orange lotuses that you guys found. He says your payment will be forwarded to you. Oh, you do not give him the lotus? All right. What about you, GW? GW, do you hide your lotus? Or do you give it up? You only get paid when you turn in all three. So he's only received one. So if GW gives his, Barnabas, you have to give up yours if you want to receive payment. Each person in the party would get $500. And Brotherhood would also get the 500 because he helped find the first one. Correct. All right, $500 given to Barnabas. This bumps you up to $890. Ballin'. You level up to level 9. H levels up to level 9. And you now have $790. GW, you only get one level up. You level up to level 4. And you now have $530. And Brotherhood will go to level 7 when he comes back. Barnabas levels up strength. He's a strong guy, sort of. Strength is 3. H, your stats are 4 in strength, 4 in constitution, 3 in intelligence, 6 in dexterity, 2 in wisdom and charisma. And GW, you get to choose one of your stats to increase as well. You have a 2 in everything except for strength. Your strength is a 3. All right, the Riz. Your Riz is now level 3. Riz is a nickname slang for charisma. I'll be right back, guys. All right, I'm back. So we got about 20 minutes left What do you guys want to do now? I haven't raided anyone in a long time. If you want to raid somebody, we can. We can do that. If you guys want to end now and just end it by going on a raid, I'm fine with that too. Y'all are going shopping. Okay, we'll start with Barnabas. Pokeballs are $10 a piece, Barnabas. How many are you looking to buy? You currently have 11. Yeah, you can go to the Poke. You can go to the store and buy Pokeballs too, GW. They're $10 a piece. Great balls are not unlocked until you have 2 gym badges. $15, that's $150 deducted, putting you at 26 Pokeballs and $740. GW, how many Pokeballs are you buying? $15, so that'll be $150 deducted. You now have 15 Pokeballs. Dropping into 380. You can never play too much Arc, Barnabas. Still my favorite game of all time. I even like it more than I like Pokemon. Alright, at the clothing shop. Yeah, Arc. It's called Arc Survival Evolved. It's been out, I think, since 2016. I do suffer burnouts from it. I know the feeling, Barnabas. Currently, right now I actually had an accident happen on the extension map. I was trying to tame some Volanosaurs, and the game, I guess, I got pushed into a structure, and the game thought I was meshing, so it automatically killed me, and my entire inventory that I had was destroyed. My bag was immediately destroyed. I couldn't even recover it. I lost my second best crossbow, all the prior Volanosaurs that I caught at the time, a Tech Rex, some good armor. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take a break. Yeah, I know the game is far from perfect, but I still love it. What will you guys be buying at the clothing store? I know Barnabas has a fur coat. Fur coats, swimwear. Pretty much swimwear keeps you cool if it's a hot environment. And then there's out camping gear that keeps you from getting damaged from any environmental hazards that have to do with like thorns, bugs, sharp rocks, or anything that could cut you. The shopkeep greets Barnabas with a smile. The Riodos is very happy to be there. She shows off all of the extra things that she's been able to make thanks to the Riodos' silk. In addition, the camping gear and the swimwear are her latest products. Yep, you can buy a bandana. $20. Is it for you or a Pokemon? The Ariados makes a chittering sound, pleased at the compliment. She can make one for Mega and Snowy, but not for Char. And one for yourself. Char would burn it. Yep, you can definitely buy a fur coat, GW. That would be $100 for the fur coat. So you now have 280. You have a fur coat, GW. H has a black bandana now. You're down to $730. Mega has a blue bandana, and Snowy has a light blue bandana. Snowy and Mega are super happy to receive a gift. A scarf for Noodle will also cost you 20 Barnabas. What color is the scarf? You go to 720. Red scarf for Noodle. Perfect. H, did you have a raid target in mind? Oh wait, I have a raid target. It is actually. I guess I need to double check. Let me double check real quick. All right, so for those of you who know already or don't know already, um, Evie Queen is my wife, and she is having her 2-year anniversary stream. So let's go raid her. I will go ahead and end things now. I'm going to grab her link real quick. She is playing Pokemon Shield, doing Dynamax Adventures, trying to get a shiny Giratina. Instead of doing Swamp Swarm, let's do hashtag Happy Streamiversary. I know I don't expect you to spell it exactly like that, but do the best you can, and only do it once. Please don't spam it. Just do it once. She does have a set of rules for her channel. She's actually making money off of YouTube, so she has to have a more strict set of rules than I do. But thank you for coming, guys. And even though we only had 3 of you, I still had fun with you guys. As always, thanks for keeping it entertaining. And I will see you guys again next week, unless something comes up, which I will try to keep you guys informed on the Discord. So let's go on this raid, and I will see y'all there.